क्योंकि मारवाड़ी लोग पहले मीठा खाते हैं फिर खाना खाते हैं।
अच्छा। आप पढ़ेंगे तो बच्चा अपने आप इमिटेट करेगा आपको. He will also read, she will also read, and over dinner table you can exchange stories.
Exactly.
Right?
Why should he choose, or why as a parent should I choose Kompass?
If you chase knowledge, marks will happen. It's a byproduct. But if you chase marks, knowledge may not happen.
But there are tools where you type like normal English.
It will convert it into a script.
It will convert it into a script.
मुझे लगता है कि इंश्योरेंस का थोड़ा सा नंबर पहले होना चाहिए.
Welcome to yet another episode of Life Uncovered with Vaibhav. As always, we are continuing with the series of life stories with a few friends of mine. Today I have with me Soumen. Soumen Chatterjee happens to be a very dear friend of mine for now close to 2 decades. It's still not 2 decades of association, but close to 2 decades. Insurance के world में जब तक वो date आती नहीं है तो हम मानते नहीं हैं, but it's still humanities वाले लोग जो हैं उसको बोलते हैं approximate लगा के समझ ही लो कि 2 decade हो गए, तो close to 2 decades of association with him. Over to you. Welcome to the studio with us, Soumen.
Thank you, Vaibhav. It's a pleasure to be part of your show. And welcome to Hyderabad. We are doing this in Hyderabad, so it's a double pleasure that you are here in Hyderabad. So thank you so much for inviting me here.
Thank you, Soumen.
Yeah, as Vaibhav said, I think this friendship, I think, goes almost now 17, 18 years.
Yeah, 2008.
2008 to be precise. And we have a lot of things to talk about. That is why I think today it will be a time pressure to wrap this up within the time. But I'll try definitely.
Done. Soumen, जब भी आपकी बात होती है, so many, like I said, McQuery days and then findable days and then those common training sessions which we took in personality development and group discussion, personal interview facing, CV writing and things like that in a few colleges. So many things. But एक चीज जो मेरे को या एक सज्जन, one person that I always remember is Pradeep. Pradeep Natarajan.
Yes.
Fabulous guy, so many good qualities about him. Barring you, also a lot of association with him. So he wrote my SOP when I was going for my second MBA, and he's the only person I've seen who was so interested in writing my SOP. I was feeling ashamed कि इतना interest तो मैंने अपने SOP में नहीं डाला. The way he made sure it was written. But you are the only person because of which he scolded me once. मेरे को कभी उनसे डांट नहीं पड़ी थी, but I got a nice scolding because you were calling me to Hyderabad for a meeting, and so was Anusuya in Calcutta, and both of you called him कि पहले वैभव हैदराबाद आए या पहले Calcutta. So
you were split between the 2 cities.
I was split between the 2 cities.
Which one did you choose first?
Of course, Calcutta. I was more scared of Calcutta for multiple reasons. Right. But yeah, I ended up going to Calcutta first, but I had a longer than trip. So instead of 2 days, I spent 3 days in Hyderabad. And I still remember those lovely meetings and first introduction to Paradise Biryani and Pista House ka Halim.
I think, so we connect over a lot of things, not just work. We have common friends.
Yes.
We have a passion for really training people, helping people.
Absolutely.
And we also have a passion for food.
Absolutely.
Right?
Although it doesn't show on you, it shows on me, but yes.
Yeah, I am a foodie because I want to try out a lot of things.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm not eating enough. So we have a lot of things to talk about. And McQuery days were, I think, really special because it was a new company. Both of us had joined from different organizations.
Correct.
And I remember the first time we bonded was probably in a conference in Bombay. This is probably 2009.
Right.
We spent quite a lot of time, and you were the product guy. I was the sales business head in Hyderabad.
Absolutely.
So we were talking about numbers. And I think Hyderabad had done well.
Phenomenal.
Before that.
Yeah.
But I remember in your own very jocular sense, you said कि जब तक numbers होते हैं तब तक मैं अच्छा बंदा हूँ. But I can be a very tough guy.
People from my team would relate to that tough guy thing.
Right. So, but I have never seen that toughness behind your large presence. I think you are an absolutely sweetheart. I think that's how our friendship has kind of been in the last so many years.
In fact, now that he said, I was also remembering both of us are different colleges, of course, but 2002 pass outs. And hence, it was a sheer coincidence that your dear friend also happened to be my dear friend Punni. And how we incidentally found out later that we share some common friends and interesting college day trivias through Punni.
And Punni is, I think, no different from us when it comes to conversations, right? If it starts, it doesn't end. So he was here last year.
Yeah.
I remember similar kind of conversations that we used to have in Excel and later here when he came. So yeah, the same flair.
So whenever I'm in Bombay, I try and catch up. It's very difficult to get his time slot because he's a busy person. But catching up with him means you catch up with him at midnight. Or post midnight because he gets free at that time.
Right.
I think he's one of those person I've seen जो सबसे बड़ा दिल वाला होता है ना एकदम
and the size exactly उसका opposite है.
That's a separate story. but दिल उसका बहुत बड़ा है. And last time I had gone there and उसके साथ बैठा था मैं. तो उसके साथ बैठो तो चाय बनाना भी एक आर्ट है. तो उसने कहा वैभव चाय पिएगा? मैंने कहा हाँ. अब रात को आप तो जानते हो रात को 2 बजे भी बैठे हम तो चाय पीने के लिए तैयार. चाय पिएगा? चलो चल किचन में. So we went to the kitchen and he started making and he doesn't make tea की चाय बनाते हुए कुछ और बात कर. He started describing चाय कैसे बनानी चाहिए. And he taught me something. मतलब he is also from IIT and XLRI like you. तो उसने चाय में भी इंजीनियरिंग घुसाई केमिकल साइड से. उसने कहा कि पहले पानी जब उबालो तो चीनी डालो सबसे पहले बिकॉज द मिनट यू एड शुगर टू वाटर द बॉइलिंग टेम्परेचर में कुछ कुछ चीज मेरे को समझा रहा था कि पानी जल्दी उबलेगा. अगर तुम चाय पत्ती पहले डाल दोगे और चीनी बाद में तो टाइम ज्यादा लगेगा.
अच्छा.
मैं वाओ
क्या रिसर्च है.
क्या रिसर्च है, क्या नॉलेज है और शेयरिंग भी है.
और पुन्नी ये सब भूला नहीं है.
पुन्नी ये सब भूला.
ये सब 11-12 की केमिस्ट्री में था शायद.
मतलब तो हम पढ़ते नहीं थे. बट ही स्टिल रिमेंबर्स दैट uses it in making tea and shares the knowledge. एक होता है कि नॉलेज होना और एक होता है नॉलेज शेयर करना
और अप्लाई भी करना.
हाँ.
चाय बनाने के लिए.
So yeah, those were fond memories. But बॉम्बे जाना मतलब I definitely message him अगर टाइम स्लॉट मिल जाए and if he is in the city. And the best part of meeting him is कि रात को 12 से 2 या 3 जब भी आप मिल रहे हो और कोई आपको कैलेंडर देगा नहीं. सो योर कैलेंडर इज ऑल्सो ओपन. इट्स जस्ट दैट मॉर्निंग में 7-8 बजे उठना है तो अलग प्रॉब्लम है. बट येस and he also showed me something very interesting and that's where I see how art, so being the content creator and everything he is, he showed me on his laptop how new technology has come where you type like Word, MS Word या Office वाला जो होता है Word, but it starts working like a script because if you know the script has got a different formatting style. You have to put indentation, italics, act 1, scene 1 and those things. So it's not ChatGPT, but there are tools where you type like normal English.
It will convert it into a script. I said wow. So from a typed line, it will convert into more like a conversational between multiple people.
Yeah, so the language would remain the same. So if I say hello, how are you? It will say hello, how are you? But should it come in with an inverted comma? Should it be right intended, left intended? Because what happens in script is, let's say actor 1 says something, so it should be on the left. Actor 2, when he's responding, should be on the right. So that when people are reading their script,
so it is user friendly
immediately. So he doesn't have to do manually. Otherwise, erstwhile typewriter पे जब करते थे थोड़ा left, right, push कर रहे हैं, all these things are being done. So how technology is coming is fabulous in this, and it's a very niche market. Out of, let's say, 8 billion population, how many script writers are there? उनके लिए भी किसी ने बनाया है. So it's not like a mass market product that everyone and anyone would be using. Right. Limited few people will use, but these limited few people would have decent amount of pocket to spend on tools, and उनके लिए भी tools बन रहे हैं. It was a happy feeling as someone who from the business side don't understand technology, right. But I was happy.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So what I realized is that if you have something which is working well for you, you should share it with others.
Absolutely.
That is one driving force. And I think I did that when I was in IIT also. There was a student who used to come from, we were in a small town, Roorkee. There was a student who used to come for chemistry. I used to love chemistry.
Yeah.
I fell in love with chemistry when I was in 8th. And that continued for a long time. So that interest to share things which you have got from others, because I'm sure if I knew something, my teachers would have played a very important role in
Absolutely.
that. So I wanted to share it with other students. So after IIT, work, MBA, things happened, you know that, right?
Yeah.
And while working at ICICI Bank, while working at Macquarie, we used to go to different campuses for hiring fresh talent. And I used to realize that these people, after joining, they used to get disillusioned.
Yeah.
Very quickly, 6 months, 1 year. And I think the numbers were fairly big, especially in ICICI Bank. So maybe the HR was not able to conduct the exit interviews always.
Yeah.
I used to talk to these young people and ask them, why are you leaving? So they used to say, we thought we will get this kind of a role, but we got this kind of a role. We thought corporate life will be like this, but we got actually like this. So I understood that there is really no connect when they are in the academic life. They do not know what work life would look like. So that was the reason for me to step into employability skills. I think the biggest issue is that they do not know what the company expects from them.
Correct.
Second, that we have seen, and this is pretty unfortunate, that with the advent of technology, we are really becoming better with certain things, but we are losing the very human skills of communicating.
Correct.
So with this connect of corporate that students should have when they are studying, what is that the company expects from them, and the second is communication, is how I thought of doing something for students in MBA colleges, engineering colleges, and so I can tell you the whole plethora of places where I have trained students. IITs, my own alma mater, IIT Roorkee, IIT Patna, IIM Trichy, BITS Pilani, I think almost all the campuses. Then XLRI,
yes.
Nirma, then Manage in Jaipur.
Okay.
Then Manage in Hyderabad, NIAM in Jaipur.
Okay.
And quite a lot. So I realized that students, like you were talking about students who used to kind of, after the official hours of our training, they used to kind of invite us to their hostel.
Correct.
I think it is because of some students, they had a huge hunger for learning from us.
Right.
And learning doesn't have to be only in a structured classroom setting.
Correct.
It can happen anywhere. And that really kind of drove me. So if you talk about the passion, I think it is the hunger of the students to learn, which wants me to give more to them.
Correct.
Right. So I remember we used to have those group discussion training sessions, one batch, 3.5, 4 hours. We are constantly and giving examples and giving feedback. And we used to have that fishbowl method.
Correct.
There is a participant and there is an observer.
Correct.
And it was lapped up by the students because they were also keen to learn. And in that kind of a setting, any trainer, any educator would love to kind of do that. So, and then I wanted to work on employability skills. I'll complete that part and then come to findable part. And
Compass is what we
So how Compass happened. So I realized that we are really catching them a little too late because MBA or sometimes even BTech is the last station for education for many students.
Correct.
So if a course correction can be done a little early, so can we catch them a little young? But how young? Because they have to be also able to understand कि हम लोग उनको क्या ज्ञान देना चाहते हैं. So it cannot be very 5th, 6th, 7th types, but maybe 11th, 12th.
Correct.
And 10th is a very important. After 10th is a very important junction.
Correct.
Where they make a decision कि कॉमर्स लेना है या साइंस लेना है या ह्यूमैनिटीज लेना है.
Correct.
So they make their decisions.
Correct.
can we do something at that junction? The second thing that I realized is that science has a lot of takers.
Correct.
You were a science student, I was a science student, we spoke about Punni, he was a science student.
Correct.
I think if I quote Telangana AP statistics, almost 2/3 students go into science.
Oh.
Yeah. So, but what happens is that students who take commerce and humanities, because the ecosystem is not so big, they are not well informed, they are not aware. So we thought that we'll make them aware through a very detailed career counseling. We'll tell them that commerce students and humanities students also have a bright career. They can go and do an integrated management program from IIMs now. 14 years, Indore has been offering that. Now there are 10 IIMs which are offering an undergraduate program.
Correct.
Then there is law, which has picked up very well.
Correct.
There is a very good institution for law in Hyderabad, Nalsar, right?
Yeah.
In Jodhpur, we have NLU, right?
Yeah.
So national law universities have changed the face of law.
Correct.
But students were not aware.
Correct.
So we made them aware through counseling. In the last 3-4 years, we have also started guiding and mentoring students for CUET, the Common University Entrance Test, which is jointly conducted for all the central universities in the country.
Correct.
And now the scores are being taken by other universities also.
Absolutely.
I think what has happened, what we have been able to do with Kompass, and the name also we deliberately kind of kept it like that, to show direction. A compass shows direction. आपके फोन में compass है, मेरे फोन में compass है.
मेरी गाड़ी का नाम ही compass है.
आपकी गाड़ी का नाम compass है. चलिए अच्छी खासी ब्रांडिंग हो जा रही है.
हाँ, product placement हो गया वो भी.
तो compass shows direction to people. Compass and compass with the K shows direction to students.
Okay.
So Kompass setting new directions is how we started out about 6 years ago.
Sure.
Now we have students in NLS Bangalore, Nalsar Hyderabad, NLU JA Guwahati, Delhi University LSR Indraprasth, College for Women, Hindu College, Miranda House.
Oh, lovely.
We have students who got calls from IIMs.
Yeah.
So I think one, it has been a very nice journey to catch them young, to train them, to guide them, because there was no one else who was willing to do that.
Right.
Usually, and that day we were talking about it, right? कि जोधपुर में CAs का बड़ा culture है.
Correct.
तो यहाँ पर भी वैसे ही है कि commerce किया तो CA कर. It's almost a default thing.
Correct.
But there are other options also, right? So that is what Kompass has been able to achieve.
And on an average, how many students enter Kompass every year?
Close to about, we are still a small institution,
right?
Because the ecosystem itself is, so we have close to about 200 students who enter every year.
So Soumen, Kompass is a junior college.
You're right.
How would it be different from other junior colleges available? Today you may be focusing on Hyderabad, but let's say Pune, Kolhapur, a lot of non-Bombay Maharashtra also, and then Bombay as well, has got junior college as a concept.
Right.
And up north also, although it's not junior college, but still a lot of people, thanks to so many mushrooming institutions, I don't want to name any right now over here, are focusing away from normal school 11th, 12th, but in these institutions. So now coming back to Hyderabad and junior college system, how would you say that your institution Kompass is different from others, or why should, so my child is in 9th right now, although he's not in Hyderabad, but let's say if he was in Hyderabad, why should he choose, or why as a parent should I choose Kompass?
Right. So I think this is the question that parents also ask. They are very curious about it, because why not take the beaten path?
Correct.
70% लोग अगर वहाँ जा रहे हैं तो मेरा सेट है, मैं बीटेक कर लूँगा एंड वहाँ से मेरा वीसा निकल जाएगा, मैं एमएस कर लूँगा, यूएस में सेटल हो जाऊँगा. दैट इज द एनआरआई ड्रीम हियर, राइट? वी आर सिटिंग इन द हार्टलैंड ऑफ ओवरसीज एजुकेशन. एनआरआई ड्रीम हैपेंस हियर, राइट?
Texas starts from Hyderabad.
Texas starts from Hyderabad, and to the extent that there is a visa god also here.
Oh.
Yeah, कि अगर आपको यूएस जाना है तो यू गो टू चिलकुर बालाजी एंड आप गॉड से प्रेयर करिए, आपका वीसा लग जाएगा. राइट? सो यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड हाउ embedded is this as a part of the society and culture here. And we wanted to kind of do our own dent. How do we create a small dent where we can make an impact? So during the counseling, I often ask this question. To the students or the parents.
Yeah.
What is, because we are sitting in Telangana.
Yeah.
What is KCR? Would like to try?
For me, KCR word Telangana means the gentleman
Right.
Who was the CM and everything.
Former CM of
Former
Telangana.
CM
right?
of Telangana.
Now there is a catch here.
Okay.
The question was, what is KCR?
Yes, that's the reason I knew I'm going wrong.
So this is what happens with all the students and parents.
Okay.
So then I rephrased the question. I said, I didn't ask who is KCR.
Correct.
It is what is KCR.
Yeah.
So KCR, so I created a kind of a thing for them to take home and remember it.
Yeah.
KCR stands for knowledge.
Okay.
एक race है, and a lot of people are kind of have fallen into that race.
Correct.
Marks के पीछे भागते हैं
हाँ.
कि किसी तरह से 98, 99 या 100 आ जाए.
Correct.
मतलब काफी लोगों ने मुझे बताया कि आप अपना री-इवैल्यूएशन करा लीजिए, क्योंकि आपके जितने मार्क्स आए थे उन दिनों में, if your kids get to see them, they will not believe that you were a good student.
Correct.
Right? Getting 89, 90% marks in those days was, I think, good. But today 85, 90 is nothing, right?
Correct.
Because students are getting 100 also in English.
Yes.
And I wonder how they get it.
Yes.
And इस पे प्रोफेसर एच.सी. वर्मा ने भी बात करी है, जो कॉन्सेप्ट्स ऑफ फिजिक्स उन्होंने बुक लिखी है.
Correct, yeah.
IIT कानपुर में वो फिजिक्स.
So anyone who has studied maths, physics and science,
उन्होंने एच.सी. वर्मा का नाम सुना ही होगा.
Yeah, मैंने उस टेम्पल का नाम नहीं सुना था जो आपने बताया, but एच.सी. वर्मा नाम सुना था.
हाँ,
तो he's like a demigod for all of us.
Yeah. He has been awarded by the government of India for his work in educating teachers and students on how to study physics without going through coaching to crack IIT JEE.
On a lighter note, TVF made a very interesting episode on him.
Is it?
Yeah, we can discuss that offline later.
Sure.
But coming back to yours, Hanji.
So, K is, if you chase knowledge, marks will happen. It's a byproduct. But if you chase marks, knowledge may not happen.
Most probably will not happen.
Yeah, तो मैं इनको बोलता हूँ कि ये kind of ये आपकी one way equation type की है केमिस्ट्री में, irreversible है. मार्क्स आ गए, बट आपको नॉलेज फिर से नहीं आएगा. तो नॉलेज पे फोकस करो, पढ़ो. ये मत सोचो कि कौन सा एग्जाम में कौन सा क्वेश्चन आएगा. जैसे लॉट ऑफ पीपल यूज्ड टू आस्क मी अर्लियर कि IIT JEE का सिलेबस क्या है. मैंने कहा मेरे को नहीं पता. 11th 12th में जो टॉपिक्स थे मैं तो वही पढ़ा है बस. आजकल पीपल आस्क कि इसका वेटेज कितना है, इसमें क्वेश्चन कौन सा आएगा. नाउ कमिंग टू द सेकंड वन, C, क्यूरियोसिटी.
थैंक यू. आई वाज वेरी टेम्प्टेड. मैंने कहा KCR नॉलेज कैसे हो रहा है, बट इट्स ओनली K ऑफ. हाँ, ओके.
तो नॉलेज के पीछे दौड़िए, मार्क्स अपने आप आएंगे. मार्क्स के पीछे मत दौड़िए.
करेक्ट.
सेकंड इज क्यूरियोसिटी.
करेक्ट.
सवाल नहीं पूछते. या तो टीचर से डर जाते हैं, क्योंकि अगर आपने सवाल पूछा तो टीचर बोलेगी कि डोंट डू ओवर एक्शन. जैसे मेरे डॉटर के साथ एक बार हुआ था ऐसा कुछ कि कुछ क्वेश्चन पूछ लिया, कभी टीचर ने कुछ क्वेश्चन पूछ लिया तो इन्होंने थोड़ा ज्यादा आंसर दे दिए. सो वी डू नॉट इनकरेज क्यूरियोसिटी. Students have lost the art of questioning. And I think it has nothing to do with age. You and I also have to be curious. Can be curious, right?
Correct.
तो वो जिज्ञासा होनी चाहिए, जानने की, पढ़ने की, समझने की, सोचने की.
Correct.
Sorry. And I think we are losing our thinking capacity. That is why we are not getting enough questions among students. They do not ask questions because probably they are not thinking.
Correct.
So I tell them that be curious. Don't worry about what is the quality of question you have.
Correct.
Over a period of time, you will improve.
Correct.
Last one is reading. पढ़िए. और ये सोच के मत पढ़िए कि टेक्स्ट बुक ही पढ़ना है, ये सिलेबस में है कि नहीं है. Whatever variety of books you can read. If you are a student of science, there is no harm in reading a book on history.
Correct.
So I often quote them कि Yuval Noah Harari, Sapiens पढ़िए. Then that day I was sharing with your son कि if you are interested in behavioral economics, Dan Ariely, Steve Dubner and Levitt's books called Freakonomics and Super Freakonomics.
Yes.
These will make you think. Read what is intellectually challenging, which
Correct.
makes you question, which makes you think. Because I think, especially in the age of AI and ML,
Correct.
we have to keep our cognitive skills very, very sharp.
So important, especially for youngsters. Yeah.
Just because there is a chat GPT, and I'm not berating chat GPT, I think it is a helpful tool, but we should know how to use it.
Correct.
AI is a tool that we can use it for enhancement of our work, not for replacement of our work.
Correct, absolutely.
If you use it for replacement, then AI will replace you.
Exactly.
That is what so KCR is what we focus on. I mean, knowledge, curiosity, and reading. And we have faculty who are from good institutions.
Yeah.
So I also personally teach. I have interest in math. So I teach numerical aptitude, and I tell them don't use the word math because math सुनते ही थोड़ी घबराहट होती है. It's a 4-letter word. So I use numerical aptitude, and I begin my sessions saying that we will play with numbers. So we have faculty who's from Nalsar.
Oh wow.
So he's done his the LLB from Delhi University Faculty of Law, and then masters from Nalsar. So we have very good faculty who have been exposed to very good teaching and very good learning, and they are passing it on to the students, and that is what hopefully will change the scene of education. It's a slow process. We are not building a factory, right, where there is a mass production. I don't think that we can do mass production of such kind of orbital shift. It's not an incremental shift. So that's what we are trying to do at Kompass differently. We do not believe in giving, there is a huge practice of giving study material. And because of which students become dependent on study material, they don't listen to the lessons or the classes. We ask them to ask questions in the class, follow the teacher, take their own notes, study from multiple sources, right? Go to the right sources, not just the first result on Google search.
Correct.
Right? Not just the first YouTube search. Go to the primary sources and learn well. So that is why I think our students have gone into some of the finest institutions in the country.
Lovely, lovely. For all those who are watching, if you're not in Hyderabad, it's okay. हर जने को ज़रूरत नहीं है कि कैंपस में पढ़े, बट ये जो KCR है, he is saying it from a KCR perspective, but I would, and I think you will agree with me, I think root is R will lead to C will lead to K. So if you can continue focusing on R, C will happen and will lead to K. That's my thought on the KCR.
Very true.
Thing.
Very true.
And
last bit.
Yeah, please.
Because you are probably also with your channel, I'm sure a lot of parents would also be
exactly
listening.
That's what I wanted to share with the parents.
So a lot of parents ask that बच्चा पढ़ता नहीं है कोई भी book, क्या करना चाहिए? So पहले I used to kind of give them some books also.
Yeah.
ये books ले जाइए, हो सकता है इसको interest आ जाए.
Right.
You know, starting from very easy reads like Enid Blyton, Amar Chitra Kathas, Roald Dahl, Ruskin
Correct.
Bonds.
Correct.
But they used to come back with the books कि बच्चे ने पढ़ी नहीं. And I understood that reading is a part of our culture. Like the way we pick up language. How you learnt your mother tongue, how I learnt my mother tongue was not because somebody gave a book to us कि please learn Hindi or learn Bengali, my mother tongue.
Yeah.
It is because parents around us were talking that language.
Absolutely.
So I have started asking parents कि please first you read. आप पढ़ेंगे तो बच्चा अपने आप imitate करेगा आपको. He will also read. She will also read. And over dinner table you can exchange stories.
Exactly.
Right? Read anything.
Exactly.
Which probably makes you think. Even if it is imagination, it is fiction, it's a fascinating story, it's a fairy tale, but you know, something which makes you imagine or think.
This is so correct because I see a lot of parents cribbing कि बच्चा Instagram पे है जबकि खुद वो Instagram पे ही दिन भर रहते हैं. So children are actually, because for all the children, parents are their role models, they are like demigods, they are like someone they want to copy and do.
I mean, this is one good thing about our Indian society that students, I mean, बच्चे, they still look up to teachers and parents.
Correct.
वो जो करेंगे वही वो भी करेंगे.
Correct. And it's easy for you to read. And I think it's a societal change that's happened. A lot of parents focus on their phone while having food and they don't want the children to focus. So you can't, you have to practice what you preach.
ये wrong side driving वाला phenomena जैसा है.
Correct.
मैं restaurants में जाता हूँ देखता हूँ कि लोग बात नहीं कर रहे. 4 लोग गए हैं तो they are all immersed in their own phones.
Exactly.
Conversation is becoming a rare skill, I think. So that's why these kind of podcast settings are something that I really
I
enjoying
also try and talk if the person is not too upset with my co-passenger in the plane. There was a time, Deutsche Bank days and a lot of all those old days, जब phones होते नहीं थे फ्लाइट में बिल्कुल. मतलब फोन होता था but it was a useless phone because फ्लाइट मोड
स्विच ऑफ करना है. हाँ,
स्विच ऑफ ही करना, फ्लाइट मोड ही नहीं होता था तब.
Correct.
एंड कुछ नहीं कर सकते थे, तो पीपल यूज टू टॉक. एंड आई स्टिल रिमेंबर, सेल्स का कीड़ा तो है ही मेरे अंदर, तो 5-6 बार मैंने इंश्योरेंस भेज दी थी फ्लाइट में कि आप आ जाना फॉर्म लेने, कल यहाँ से आपका फॉर्म वॉर्म भर देंगे. 2-2.5 घंटे की फ्लाइट है, कैप्टिव ऑडियंस बैठा है साइड में, कहाँ जाएगा वो बच के. और फ्लाइट में टर्बुलेंस आते ही तो उसके सबसे पहले दिमाग में आता है इंश्योरेंस ले लो.
I completely agree.
Yes.
Insurance selling is really the toughest thing in the world, is what I constantly tell.
Yeah.
कि how do you sell something which he or she will not enjoy because they would have been gone.
Exactly.
दूसरा, if you talk about general insurance,
Yeah.
right, or non-life, वहाँ पर to talk about कि अगर आपकी तबीयत खराब होगी, so you're actually kind of कुरेदो a lot of soft spots in them.
Yeah.
Right. So I think what has happened is that insurance selling has been like that. कि emotional selling, sir, कम से कम बच्चे के बारे में तो सोच लीजिए.
Correct.
Think about your daughter's marriage. Think about your child's education. That is how insurance was sold.
Correct.
In fact, my first insurance, and if I may,
Yeah, please.
my first brush with insurance was when I was getting into Excel. So I wanted to finance my own MBA education कि नहीं, अब मैं post graduation level पे I will not take any more help from parents. So the moment I applied for an education loan, they said कि you need an insurance.
Correct.
उन दिनों में हमें कुछ पता नहीं था इंश्योरेंस के बारे में, तो some good known to us
Yeah.
lady was there. I used to call her auntie. So auntie gave me an insurance of LIC. अब वो 30 years का टर्म, वो सब लेने के बाद पता चलता है.
Correct.
तो अब वहाँ तो एजुकेशन इंपॉर्टेंट है. When it comes to health and education, these are non-discretionary things, right?
Absolutely.
We don't say कि नहीं यार बेटा इस साल नहीं, तुम अगले साल चले जाओ, या तबीयत खराब हुई तो मैं 6 महीने बाद लेके जाऊंगा आपको.
Correct.
तो एजुकेशन के नाम पे वो इंश्योरेंस भी ले लिया मैंने फटाफट. मैंने सोचा नहीं कि ये क्या होगा, जितने का लोन था उतना ही इंश्योरेंस कवर चाहिए था उनको. लेटर इट टर्न्ड आउट दैट इट वाज सम काइंड ऑफ अ मनी बैक प्लान.
Yeah.
30 साल पे करो फॉर अ वेरी स्मॉल कवर इन दोज डेज.
Yes.
छोटा सा कवर है, लोन भी इतना ही, मतलब कुछ ग्रेट नहीं था अमाउंट, बट आई एम स्टिल पेइंग फॉर इट.
Just imagine.
Yeah, 23 years
Yeah.
I've been paying, 24 years I've been paying, and it's kind of still there. I still have to pay another 5-6 years. Requirement emotional हो सकता है.
हाँ.
Right, it is for health, it's for education, it's for future goals, it's for the life of your loved ones after your life. But the selling has to be, I think, a very informed, tailor-made, customized. मेरा इंश्योरेंस है.
Absolutely.
तो इनका इंश्योरेंस मेरा इंश्योरेंस नहीं बन सकता.
Beautifully put. Yeah.
Right. तो वो मतलब आई एम सॉरी टू से, बिकॉज आई हैव ऑल्सो वर्कड इन दैट इंडस्ट्री फॉर अ रीजनेबल अमाउंट ऑफ टाइम टू गेट एजुकेटेड.
Correct.
कि थोड़ा चिपकाने वाला जो स्टाइल था, इट हैज मेड इंश्योरेंस अ विलन एज वेल एज अ विक्टिम.
Correct.
कि इंश्योरेंस सुनते ही अरे नहीं यार ये नहीं लेना है, बाकी कुछ भी दे दो, ये नहीं करना है. तो सामने वाला पहले से ही काइंड ऑफ बायस हो जाता है. तो आई थिंक दैट हैड टू बी चेंज, एंड आई थिंक प्रोबब्ली इनका इज अ वेरी फ्रेश ब्रेथ ऑफ एयर इन दैट डायरेक्शन.
Thank
कि
you.
करेक्ट, ऑब्जेक्टिव, पैरामीटराइज्ड, आपके हिसाब से जो करेक्ट प्रोडक्ट है वो लेना चाहिए. तो मैंने बाद में भी इंश्योरेंस लिया. आपने कुछ इंटरेस्टिंग स्टेटिस्टिक्स दिए, अब लगता है कि अरे यार आई डिड प्रोबब्ली राइट थिंग.
Yeah.
तो मेरा फर्स्ट इंश्योरेंस तो वाज एट द एज ऑफ प्रोबब्ली 22, एंड लेटर आई बिकॉज आई वाज इन फाइनेंशियल सर्विसेज, तो इसलिए the surroundings were always talking about this. We were anyway advising it to our clients. I'll use the right word.
Yeah.
Right, advising. तो इसलिए इंश्योरेंस वगैरह मैं लेता रहा. बाद में मैंने ये रियलाइज किया, हाँ एक बार मैंने होम लोन लिया तो मैंने उसके लिए एक टर्म लाइफ ले लिया, बिकॉज इट शुड नॉट बिकम a liability for the other person who is going to survive beyond you. तो होम लोन पे मैंने एक टर्म कवर ले लिया. Pure risk cover, I think, helps a lot, especially if you take at a very young age. And then I took a ULIP plan. ULIPs are not all bad. I think the ULIP that I took probably somewhere in 2009-10.
I remember that.
Yeah, it has served very well. The fund has done extremely well. So kudos to the fund manager or the fund managers or the fund managing team. It gives you a lot of flexibility to switch between debt and equity.
Right.
तो मैं बहुत एक्टिवली तो नहीं करता हूँ, बट या द फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी इज देयर, तो मैं उसको थोड़ा मैनेज करता रहता हूँ. तो आई थिंक दीज काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स आर समथिंग दैट people should know.
Right.
Should get in touch with maybe experts like your team at Inka. Get the right custom-made advice.
Correct.
According to their maybe the profile, the risk profile. In ICICI Bank, for our private banking clients, we used to do a risk profiling.
Right.
So insurance used to be an integral part of that. Later in Macquarie, we used to do financial planning.
Correct.
There also we used to advise insurance. So I think there is definitely an opportunity and a scope for every person to think about insurance. I think we are a very underinsured nation.
Yeah.
I have another friend who's also in the insurance industry.
Yes.
So he tells me that once our GDP crosses a certain number, which is probably $2,300 per capita, GDP per capita, the insurance thing will explode.
Correct.
It's really something like the Maslow's law of hierarchy. Once your physiological needs are met, then you move up.
Correct.
Right?
Absolutely.
So in the journey to self-actualization, I think insurance really falls somewhere in between.
Yes, it's absolutely on top when it comes to all financial products. Ka Maslow's hierarchy. Yes.
Is it?
I think that's what we look at it.
Right.
Is we say first would be basically having a bank account, some place to keep money. Then it would be some kind of basic loans that you need, the MFI market and things. Then comes savings, that you have got adequate capital, that you start saving a little bit. Then would be credit cards and those luxurious products, followed by mutual fund, different kind of equity, savings, long-term planning. And once you have got spare capital left after that, comes the insurance buying thought.
बट मुझे लगता है कि इंश्योरेंस का थोड़ा सा नंबर पहले होना चाहिए.
आई वुड से बहुत पहले, एटलीस्ट म्यूचुअल फंड्स और उनसे पहले.
हाँ, इट विल सर्व देम वेरी वेल. आपका प्रीमियम बहुत कम होता है. द यंगर यू आर, द लोअर द प्रीमियम, राइट? एंड वंस यू हैव प्रोबब्ली, मतलब आई एम नॉट ट्राइंग टू बोरो समथिंग फ्रॉम any of these ad jingles and all, but once you have probably peace of mind, you can plan better. कि you are insured, you are covered.
Yeah.
Right? तो because मुझे लग रहा है कि ट्रेंड्स थोड़े डिफरेंट हैं अभी.
Yes.
इंडिया में थोड़ा क्रॉस रोड चल रहा है.
Yes.
Just because we have crossed a certain GDP per capita threshold, we are still not seeing that explosion.
Yes.
इनफैक्ट थोड़ा उल्टा हो रहा है कि हमारा सेविंग्स टू जीडीपी रेशो कम होता जा रहा है. सो यू नो
क्रेडिट लेड हंग्री इकोनॉमी बन रहा है.
राइट. एंड आई थिंक दैट दिस इज, आई होप दैट दिस इज ओनली अ ट्रांजिशन फिनोमेना. दिस इज नॉट अ लॉन्ग टर्म थिंग, because our banks data, if you look at, savings is going down and borrowings are actually going up.
Yes.
So मुझे लगता है कि अगर वैसे borrowings are going up for consumption,
yes,
right, credit card expenditure, personal loan expenditure.
So if you saw when I was showing you the pyramid, savings के बाद वही आता है और उसके बाद mutual funds and growth and equity and everything आता है. So hence you see zerodhas and grows suddenly exploding. So that portion has come, and now insurance is right at the tipping point. I know your friend, I've met him, a very interesting character, because he just mentioned to me that when I met him in Jodhpur that he's a teetotaler. I said, fantastic, we can sit over a cup of coffee. But he said he's also lactose intolerant, so we'll have black coffee. So I said, Jodhpur में आके फिर आपने अगर जोधपुर का दूध नहीं पिया तो फिर क्या पिया?
घेवर नहीं खाया.
तो जोधपुर का तो per capita consumption of dairy is so high that it's phenomenal. Coming back to per capita income से insurance, but yes, but it's not only per capita consumption, that's the need. One of the primary reasons which we see why insurance penetration is still low, and it's been low since the time I started my career, is the fact that buying is still quite a cumbersome process. So out of people who start the thought process, so this is a published data that 35% policies that are sold
Are rejected.
are actually starting their journey online, but finishing only 1.5 to 2%. So there is a lot of thing that the digital experience is still so broken. So a friend of mine, very close, a friend of mine recently bought a term plan. He is from the fintech world, and his experience was so broken that he said, "Itna abhi bhi aisa hai." मैंने कहा, "देख, to a certain extent we can do data analysis, need analysis, recommendation and everything, but experience is still pretty tough. The kind of medicals that happen, the kind of form filling, it is not going to change overnight, but I think that is where change needs to happen."
You are saying कि life में it is more cumbersome.
Life is more cumbersome than health, no doubt, because the risk and other things are way high. Also, in one of the podcasts with a friend of mine, I did mention that the minute you make the process simpler, fraudsters jump in. So how do you negate those fraudsters? So things are built on that also.
Right.
The checks and balances are to be in place. But, the more technology you can bring into these places, the easier for the customer the experience would be.
And I don't think it will be that difficult. So there's another friend of mine who's also based out of Bombay, and in kind of, I'll say, not completely fintech. So they are the largest education loan provider in the country.
Oh, lovely.
Okay. And then there are fintech aggregators.
Right.
Who kind of create a corpus, and then they distribute it to students. As I said, we are sitting in the NRI education, overseas education hub.
Correct.
So there are a lot of students who are going overseas for education.
Yes.
The trend was not like this when we were growing up.
Yes.
SAT was a rare word to hear, but now everybody is writing SAT, GRE, GMAT, something or the other. They want to go to UK, US, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, any country, Europe. And I'm talking about after 12th. I'm not talking about post-graduation.
Right.
So overseas education is big. They take loans. Now, what these fintech aggregators have done, they've created a very simple process for applying and availing a loan.
Okay.
So I'm sure with the advent of technology, as you were saying, we can make it more user friendly, less time taking.
Yes.
We can also think about how to embed insurance in other areas. Like I said, when I was taking a home loan, this was probably 2006.
Yeah.
I thought of taking a cover. It was not really suggested by the home loan guy himself. But if we can embed this, I think today it is happening.
It is embedded. The embedded journey is still smooth. Retail journey is where the frictions are there. And I think something will happen in next 2, 3 years or 4 years at most, where a lot of these frictions can actually get removed or mitigated as far as possible.
I think वहाँ पर concerted effort चाहिए. जैसे mutual funds में they have done this, mutual funds सही है.
Yeah.
All major players, ecosystem participants, they together come and do something. I mean, I'm not the
insurance companies have come together. There is general insurance group which has made a decent amount of jingle ad and every media spend. There was a life insurance council's ad that had come a few years back. So there are happening, but I think it will evolve and awareness will happen. But I think this is a endless topic, and we have run into a lot of other discussions slowly. We'll have to pause here.
Sure.
But thanks a lot, Soumen, for coming.
Pleasure
taking out
talking
time.
with you, Vaibhav.
And it's a lovely city. I will drop in more frequently to Hyderabad now.
Please,
and we will meet. Done.
Hyderabad should be high on your list.
Highest on my list of cities where I have to spend time.
Sure.
Not only because of the regulatory reasons and things, but I think, and you said, I think sizable number of students taking science, but Hyderabad as a region, so Andhra Pradesh, Telangana and this belt has also got one of the sharpest minds in technology. So we have our CTO from the region. We have got a few key people in QA from the region. and head of service and servicing team are also from the region, not stationed here, but so a lot of important people at Inka are from Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Hyderabad is the region.
No bong there?
We do have a lady from Calcutta in the team, but she's not a bong, unluckily.
But you still have a connection with Calcutta.
I still have a
because
connection.
I remember
with
you
Calcutta.
always used to say, in my life, you always had a connection with Calcutta.
Yes, I think Calcutta, after Jodhpur or comparable to Jodhpur, is the only city when it comes to sweets and desserts and food-wise also.
That's why you went to Calcutta when Pradeep asked you.
Yes, I said at least वहाँ संदेश खा के चाय पी के then I can come and have nice biryani.
हैदराबाद में संदेश नहीं मिलेगा.
संदेश नहीं मिलता.
वैसे desserts आपको बिरयानी के बाद खाना चाहिए.
हाँ, बट मैंने पहले खा के, क्योंकि मारवाड़ी लोग पहले मीठा खाते हैं फिर खाना खाते हैं. I ended up there.
Great.
Thanks a lot for coming, and hope to have few more interactions with you, and maybe a podcast in Jodhpur next time with you.
Anytime. Amazing. Thank you so much.
Soumen.
Thank you.